Hello and TV. Hi, my name is Kayla. I am 21 years old and I'm from Chicago, Illinois. Here's my story. Once upon a time, there were three girls, Kylie, me, and Heather. Kylie was like, oh my God, let's go on vacation. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. She was like, oh my God, let's invite Heather. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea too. So we call up my uncle who's a flight attendant, who also used to be a Christian rapper, and he was like, yo, I'm a flight attendant, I'm gonna get you tickets. And I was like, cool, let's do it. And he was like, yeah, but you're on standby. And I was like, that's okay, we'll still go. So we go to California, we have a super fantabulous time. It was great, we saw all these places, and we saw all these celebrities, but, sorry to disappoint you, MTV, that's not where the epicness happens. The horribleness happens when we're trying to get home. Everyone is freaking out. This was the day that the Mayans said the world was going to end. Mayans, I think you lied. That, or there was a scientist along the way who was like, according to my calculations, I think that when the calendar gets to the end, that means we're all gonna die. Wrong, we're all still here. But that started off our trip on the wrong foot back home. So we go to LAX and I pull up to the counter and there's this Russian lady. And I was like, hey, we're trying to get to Chicago. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, but like, there's nothing going to Chicago. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, I don't know who told you to go fly standby, but like, you cannot go. I was like, that's okay. We're gonna wait. We're just gonna wait. There's nothing going on till after Christmas. So I was like, shh. I'm just gonna go tell the girls. We're gonna wait. So I tell the girls, and like, we're waiting. 8 hours later, we had enough. We're like, I'm crawling up to the counter. I'm like, lady, just tell us how we can get out of here. She goes, oh, look like something come down to Seattle. I'm like, yes, we're going on that flight. She's like, okay, I think you can get connecting. I'm like, yes, we're going on that flight. So we get on the flight, and there's all this room. I'm serious. This like plane is empty. So we're like spreading out. I was like, oh, this is so nice. I'm gonna take a nap. This is fantabulous. I should have known that 3 days before Christmas is not the time to fly. And that means that if your plane is empty, you're going somewhere you're not supposed to be going. So we get on the plane and we fly to Seattle. And we're like, okay, we're gonna get a connecting flight because it'll be great. So we get there, and then there's this Spanish lady there, and she's like, I don't know who told you, but like, there's nothing going to Chicago. I was like, that Russian lady is the one who told me. And she was like, I don't know how she could have known that because like, nothing is going on until after Christmas. And like, if you want to buy a ticket, you can, but it won't get you till Christmas Eve. And it's expensive. And I was like, lady, I don't care if it's expensive. We gotta get home. So at this point, the girls are crying. They're like, oh, we're gonna miss Christmas. We're gonna miss Christmas. I was like, you guys need to calm down and call your parents. So they call their parents, and they're like, yeah, of course we're gonna get you plane tickets for $400. And so we had to beg them, and finally they got us tickets. But what we completely failed to realize was that our bags had gone to Chicago. So we were in Seattle at a place we have never been before. It's rainy, it's gloomy, we're stinky, we don't have any clothes, nothing. And we have to stay there for 2 days because the tickets that we got were 2 days away. So we go to this hotel, we all pitched in to get the hotel. And I'm washing my underwear in the sink. I am like, this is so miserable. And Kylie's like, oh my God, just like turn your underwear inside out, it's fine. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm washing them in the sink. So then we all sleep naked in a towel because we don't have any pajamas. And then the next day we realized that there was a shuttle going over to the mall and we only had 1 hour. So we get on the shuttle, and we go to the mall, and then we all come and collaborate, and we're like, okay, like, what do we get? So we get back to the hotel, and Kylie is like, I have socks. And I was like, how many socks are in there? She's like, 3 pairs. And I was like, can I buy one off of you? And she was like, yeah. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I've never been so excited to buy socks. So I gave her $1.50 and I put them on. And I was like, I've never been at a more low point when I was so happy that I bought socks. I was so relieved to just have something clean on my body. It was horrible. So finally, to make the story short and sweet, to the point, I get on the plane, and I am exaggerating to everybody on that flight. I'm like, I almost missed Christmas, you guys. This was horrible. Like, I had to sleep at the Hilton. Yeah, it was a Hilton. It was kind of nice. I had to sleep at the Hilton, and I almost missed Christmas. And then on the way home, I was listening to that song, I'll be home for Christmas this year. And I was like, I miss my family. So finally, I get home, and then the girls get home. They had a separate flight. And the epic ending of my story, MTV, is that I never spoke to those two girls again. Or I should say, they never spoke to me. Oh my God, but that's nice. They shouldn't be mad though, because I got them a free trip to California. Whatever. So, thank you for watching MTV. Thank you. Come again.